we're able to then visually pick up.
We just had something go right over the top of us.
UFOs are one of the most intriguing things known to humans. However, not everybody has had an encounter as it's relatively rare. But in this video, we bring you the top 15 recent shocking sightings that you won't believe are real. Number 1. A UFO spotted in Area 51. Area 51 will forever be associated with strange things, so it was no surprise when people captured footage of UFOs hovering in the area. The most recent sighting occurred on Monday in Las Vegas, Nevada, with an eyewitness insisting it was not a regular aircraft. They stated, "I'm not sure what it was, but it wasn't a plane or a helicopter. It didn't resemble any other drone I'd seen." In case you didn't know, Area 51, where the US military is known to test top-secret planes, is located in Nevada. And due to the base's secrecy, UFO enthusiasts believe it is used to house and study alien aircraft. Scott C. Waring, a veteran UFO watcher, discussed the recent sighting on his website, UFO Sightings Daily. He confirmed the observer caught a dark UFO moving across Nevada. He said the object was seen crossing over Las Vegas, which is known for its top-secret USAF base, Nellis Air Force Base. According to Waring, Area 51 isn't far away, so aliens are curious about what these secret bases are up to. We aren't the only curious species, it seems. Meanwhile, this is not the only black cube sighting. Another one was sighted over Vineland, New Jersey. The cube appeared during a silent lightning storm, according to an eyewitness. And a leaked Pentagon photo of a silver cube hovering over the Atlantic previously sparked fears of aliens living in the sea. According to 3 US officials who saw the image, the mysterious object was cube-shaped and silver. It appeared to be motionless when it was seen by military pilots. Number 2. The Mexican state of Campeche. Deniers will have a tough time with this one, as the footage came from an official source. It was Mexican Air Force pilots that captured 11 unidentified flying objects in the skies over southern Campeche state, with a statement released by a Defense Department spokesman. A videotape made widely available to the media on Tuesday shows the bright objects, some of which appear to be sharp points of light, and others which appear to be large headlights moving rapidly in what appears to be a late evening sky. Pilots using infrared equipment captured the lights while flying at an altitude of about 11,500 feet. The light surrounded the jet as it conducted routine anti-drug trafficking vigilance in the area. Only 3 of the objects were detected by the plane's radar. The radar operator, Lieutenant Herman Marin, confessed in an interview that he was scared at the sight, and one of his colleagues lashed back at the few critics that there was no way the footage was fake or doctored. Major Magdaleno Castanon, the plane's captain, said the military jets gave the lights a hard chase, but he said he believed the source of the lights knew they were being pursued. He also said when the jets stopped following the objects, they vanished. Jamie Morsan, a Mexican investigator who has spent years studying UFOs, was excited about the clip. He said he had reviewed hundreds of videos of UFOs, but it is not common that a UFO video is captured by the armed forces of any country, not to talk of being acknowledged and discussed freely by personnel of the military. Number 3. Another UFO footage captured by the military. With the steady trickle of UFO videos captured by the military, it is surprising that some people still argue that there are no UFOs. The Pentagon recently confirmed the authenticity of newly leaked videos and images showing multiple UFO sightings by US Navy personnel. This is rather interesting, as the announcement came just as the government was preparing to release its highly anticipated report on UFOs. The 18-second video shows 3 pyramid-shaped UFOs hovering over the warship USS Russell at night in July 2019 off the coast of San Diego. The pyramid-shaped craft flew just 700 feet above the tail of the Russell at one point. This was the first video the public saw from the incident, in which mysterious UFOs described as unmanned aerial vehicles reportedly harassed at least 3 US warships during military exercises over several days, matching the speed and bearing of one destroyer for 90 minutes while performing brazen maneuvers. The unidentified aircraft captured by the pilot was able to remain stationary in high winds with no movement, exceeding the capability of known balloons or drones. A spokesperson for the Department of Defense confirmed the footage was taken by Navy personnel and was included in an ongoing investigation into these foreign objects. The video and images were leaked to filmmaker Jeremy Corbell, who you may recognize from the documentary Bob Lazar, Area 51 and Flying Saucers, and George Knapp, the chief investigative reporter for KLAS-TV. Corbell and Knapp independently confirmed that the leaked documents are unclassified images from a series of classified briefings designed to educate members of the United States intelligence community about UFOs traveling in restricted airspace. An FA-18 pilot reportedly used his cell phone to photograph 3 unidentified aircraft off the coast of Oceania in another incident, including 2 UFOs dubbed the Metallic Blimp and the Sphere. Number 4. UFO filmed splitting into 2. Sightings of UFOs do not happen every day, however, even rarer is capturing a UFO splitting into 2 in real time. A team of analysts collaborated with the SCU, the Scientific Coalition for UAP Studies, a private group of scientists, military analysts, and investigators, to produce a report analyzing an incident that occurred in and around the airport in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. Rich Hoffman, one of SCU's co-founders and a 26-year systems analyst for the United States Army, says the case information and thermal images came from a pilot working for the Department of Homeland Security. In an interview, Hoffman explained the lengths authorities went to bury the story. The pilot tried to get Homeland Security interested, but he was passed along to the Air Force, which categorically stated that it no longer dealt with UFOs. The footage, however, ended up with the SCU, which carried out an extensive investigation. The group spent 2 years analyzing all of the 7,000-plus frames in the 3-minute and 54 seconds video. A small object can be seen moving above the ocean and land in the video. Despite being captured at night, the object appears to move through residential areas and trees before entering the Atlantic Ocean without slowing down and then splitting into 2 separate objects. Witness statements and radar data in addition to the video have corroborated details about the event. The SCU determined that the UAP was of unknown origin, noting that there is no explanation for an object capable of traveling underwater at over 90 miles per hour with minimal impact as it enters the water, through the air at 120 miles per hour at low altitude through a residential area without navigational lights, and finally to be capable of splitting into 2 separate objects. Number 5. UFO caught on live TV. Many things are inadvertently caught on live TV, some very funny, but in this instance, it was a UFO, giving millions of people a chance to see it too. During its 6 a.m. newscast, ABC affiliate KLKN captured a UFO on its live tower cam. "Take a look at our tower cam," said morning meteorologist Sean McMullen, pointing out the green triangle-shaped object in the shot. "You make your own decision," said McMullen, who initially thought it was just a star. "There's a strange light off to the eastern horizon." McMullen exclaimed he had never seen anything like this before. He said he repeated this while describing the object so that viewers would know to pay attention. According to the station, a viewer captured similar footage of the object, ruling out those who thought it was a flare or lens aberration. Rich Webb and Scott Colburn of UFO Chasers said a similar object was seen a few hours earlier in Lee's Summit MO. "I think it's very interesting," Colburn said. "I'm wondering if we can connect the 2 lines and maybe get an idea of where this thing was." McMullen told TV Spy that while he has an opinion about what happened, he prefers to keep it to himself. He did add, "I can say that I would like to see a more serious tone in the media when it comes to things of this nature. Unidentified craft flying around in U.S. airspace is unquestionably a national security issue that should be taken seriously and transparently by both the media and government officials." Number 6. Family sights UFO which was seen on fire in Quebec. Believe it or not, aliens can have fire accidents, as shown by the sighting of a UFO on fire in Quebec. Luckily, the family that sighted it got footage of it to shush the naysayers. The UFO sighting over Quebec City, Canada appears to be not only changing shape, but also on fire or emitting some sort of energy. Many experts have examined the video and it is unquestionably genuine. While his children are gasping, the father in the video can be heard saying, "It's a ship and it changed color."
Hey, c'était vraiment nice.
C'est un vaisseau.
Is it a spacecraft consuming fuel as it ascends into space? This is the narrator's query. One interesting thing which stands it apart is that Canada actually collects and publishes all UFO sightings reported to it on a yearly basis, so many of this kind of footage involves no trickery or anything of the sort going on. We're looking at what is most likely the first of its kind, a UFO that is on fire and moves deliberately and slowly. It is almost methodical, as if it is turning to get a better look at something. And given that anything of significance is downward, it can only be looking down, can't it? Then it also appears to be changing its very essence, its form. While some people try to pass it off as a drone, the question is what drone with that capability is available on the market today? Expert UFO watchers agree there are many questions about this sighting that are unanswered because it's nothing like anybody has seen before. Number 7. Commercial pilots share the sky with a UFO hurtling by. An unidentified flying object reportedly whizzed past an American Airlines passenger flight over New Mexico, as captured in the pilot's radio transmission. On that day around 1 p.m. local time, American Airlines Flight 2292 was en route from Hebron, Kentucky to Phoenix, Arizona. The pilot's excited voice is captured in a 15-second audio clip as he tries to make sense of something he saw above the clouds during the flight. "Are there any targets up here?" he asks over the radio. "We just had something go over the top of us that looked like a long cylindrical object, which I hate to say." Apparently, the pilot did not believe in UFOs but was forced to admit it in this incident. The object was described as a cruise missile type of thing that was moving really fast by the pilot. He added that the object went right over the top of their own aircraft. The audio chatter was first captured for his blog by Steve Douglas, an airline radio enthusiast. American Airlines later confirmed the authenticity of the audio but decided to refer all further inquiries to the FBI. Douglas stated that he was listening to the radio when he noticed the unusual tone of the pilot's voice. He added that the object was unlikely to be a missile because Sundays are a day off for the military. In fact, according to ABC7, no military test notifications were issued ahead of time. Interestingly, over the years, cockpit audio recordings have captured a handful of close encounters, some of which were more obviously terrestrial than others. Number 8. Alien-looking Utah monolith. We sometimes get foreign objects like meteors crashing into the Earth, but this time it seems some aliens decided to leave some more permanent footprints on our planet. Internet users were shocked to discover an alien-looking monolith planted firmly in the desert in Utah, many of whom could not believe what they were seeing at first. The object, which is estimated to be 10 to 12 feet or 3 to 3.6 meters tall and made of metal, was discovered planted in the ground in a red rock cove. It was first sighted by state wildlife officials who were assisting the counting of bighorn sheep from the Utah Department of Public Safety (DPS) by helicopter. Pilot Brett Hutchings told KSL-TV, "That's about the strangest thing I've come across out there in all my years of flying. One of the biologists spotted it, and we happened to fly directly over the top of it. They caught it unexpectedly and had to turn the helicopter around for a better view. The crew initially wondered if it had anything to do with NASA, which could sometimes be involved in secret projects." The DPS posted images and footage of the discovery on its website, and a person taking one of the videos can be heard saying, "The intrepid explorers go down to explore the alien life form."
The intrepid explorers go down to investigate the alien life form.
The DPS refused to post the exact location of the monolith online, but that did not stop people from finding out and flying in to see for themselves. However, the monolith did not last long as it was removed by the authorities on the pretext that it was installed illegally. But you might have to cut the aliens some slack for not knowing where it was legal to plant a monolith on our planet. This is an honest mistake that could be made by anybody finding themselves on a strange planet, in our opinion. Number 9. UFO in Jerusalem captured by multiple onlookers. Jerusalem is one of the holiest sites on Earth for 3 of the most popular religions, so is it surprising that aliens tried to visit it? A bright light that hovered over an Islamic shrine in Jerusalem before shooting off as if disturbed has sparked debate among UFO experts worldwide. Skeptics are having difficulty dismissing this as a hoax because, well, there is more than one video account of the event. In the first video, a user with his back turned to the camera could be seen looking toward the dome. The same day, a second video with a much closer view and the same soundtrack was released. The following day, another video by 50 and Fit went viral depicting the same event. Amid oohs and ahs, one American woman confirms the experience is rarity in a distinct, thick southern drawl, saying, "We've seen him in Mississippi like this, but never like this." Naturally, the depiction of an ethereal light above the site sacred to Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, with billions of passionate adherents, sparked lively debate below the videos on topics such as theology, eschatology, contemporary Middle East politics, and Egyptian pyramids, to name but a few. Number 10. Leaked footage captured by plane crew shows rubber duck UFO. UFOs come in a dizzying array of shapes and figures, and a plane crew has reported one in the shape of everybody's favorite bathtub toy. A US reconnaissance plane photographed a rubber duck-shaped UFO that was said to have reached a blistering speed of 200 miles per hour while being tracked for 40 minutes. The hour-long video was shot by an RC-26 surveillance plane flown by Department of Homeland Security DHS agents on the hunt for drug smugglers in Tucson, Arizona. The footage starts with the plane's crew surveying the landscape with their thermal optics system known as FLIR while on a reconnaissance mission. The UFO, which appears to be shaped like a rubber duck, comes racing into view about 20 minutes into the video, which was shot around 9 p.m. on the day. The video ends after just under an hour with the rubber duck still visible. It is unclear what the object in the video is, and the phenomenon remains unexplainable for the time being. In fact, there have been suggestions that the strange shape is actually two objects flying alongside each other. But whatever the case, people who have viewed the video commented that it contains chilling echoes of the infamous 2013 Aguadilla UAP footage, which scientists described as the most compelling UFO ever captured on camera. And for the doubters, former Pentagon insider Luis Elizondo confirmed the video's authenticity in a live stream. Number 11. UFOs filmed in New York. When people hear about UFO sightings, they usually seem to occur in smaller towns and less populated areas, which people imagine are occupied by delirious crackpots. But this isn't always the case. One strange encounter occurred in America's largest city, New York. Resident Hamid Vitalis shot it while walking to his work in the music industry in Brooklyn, just across the river from Manhattan. He looked up and noticed 3 orbs of light forming a pyramid and seemingly hovering there. To his shock, a plane flew nearby and 2 of the lights vanished instantly, while the third gradually dimmed before disappearing. While they are doing so, an astounded Hamid can be heard asking, "Where'd the lights go? Yo, where'd they go?" According to the History Channel, UFO sightings in New York City have more than doubled. Why is this? Well, some experts believe that extraterrestrials, like moths, are drawn to light, which is abundant in New York City. And in this case, again, there were multiple observers. One commenter claims to have seen the same lights and claims that they were not from any known type of aircraft. That individual wrote, "They were there with such an unnatural acceleration that they darted away. I'm glad someone recorded it. They were not planes, they were much lower than planes." Number 12. Massive UFO sighted in Mongolia. A mysterious light was recently spotted in China, perplexing locals. At around 6:45 p.m. local time, witnesses reported seeing an unidentified object appear to light up the sky like a massive torch above the regions of Beijing, Chongqing, Shaanxi, and Inner Mongolia. While some people claim the footage resembled the trail of a rocket motor, observers are convinced otherwise. The perplexing videos were posted on the Chinese microblogging site Weibo, where stunned internet users speculated on what they could be. "Aliens are coming," exclaimed one Weibo user. They described the 2-minute phenomenon as bright white rays shaped like a massive tail or an artificial light beaming from the clouds and moving slowly across the sky. According to a military magazine editor and blogger, the footage could be of the Chinese military testing a top-secret hypersonic aircraft called the DFZF. However, there is no official confirmation for this theory. Number 13. UFOs captured in Chile. A woman captured unusual footage of 7 lights dancing in the sky, igniting a new debate about the existence of extraterrestrial life. The woman, who has not been identified, captured footage of 4 beams of light in the sky from her window, which appeared to be made up of around 4 small lights each. The amateur video becomes shaky as the terrified woman attempts to film and also observe the alleged phenomenon in Santiago, Chile. The video shows the lights in the sky being very still before one begins to move away from the others. The other three then split up and can be seen flying through the air as the video maker looks on in awe. The woman follows the progress of the one remaining strip of light through the sky before 7 smaller orbs of light appear. The woman then follows these as they dance through the air before disappearing one by one. The video concludes with one last beam of light slowly flickering and fading in the sky before the woman turns off the camera. Since the strange lights first appeared online, some people have attempted to explain them. One user speculated that it was simply a plane formation. However, another user countered, asking, since when do planes stand perfectly still for extended periods of time? And when did oval-shaped planes become popular? Or how about silent planes? Wrote a third user. Number 14. UFO captured with an iPhone over Medellin, Colombia. With the abundance of smartphones with powerful cameras these days, UFOs are finding it more and more difficult to stay hidden when they visit. A mysterious cube-shaped UFO can be seen hovering over the city in this high-definition footage, and a commercial jet is seen flying close to the silvery craft, which was filmed near an airport. User Lorna Mosquera uploaded the video to YouTube that he shot in 4K mode on his iPhone 13 Pro in Medellin, Colombia. It depicts his apartment balcony view looking out over other tower blocks and mountains in the distance. He zooms in to show a closer view of what appears to be a metallic cube or diamond a few thousand feet up. Lorna, who regards himself as a UFO skeptic, can be heard asking what exactly is in the video. He disagrees that it could have been a weather balloon. He then moves the phone around to show the plane's approach to the city's airport. Lorna said he ended the video there so that he could FaceTime his family and show them the video live. He added that the object was still for 8 minutes, then started drifting behind the mountains. Number 15. UFO spotted in Jalisco, Mexico. Who doesn't like some Mexican food? Even aliens are stopping by to get a taste, as proven by social media users sharing images and videos of a UFO that flew over the Guadalajara metropolitan area. The object with multiple lights is seen moving quickly in the videos. In addition to the Guadalajara metropolitan area, the object was also seen in many neighboring municipalities. Reports immediately flooded social media despite being late in the day. It was around 10 p.m. that the round aircraft was observed in the sky, with several lights that turned on and off until they finally turned off and the UFO was no longer seen. The unusual movement of the alleged flying saucer, which rotated on its own axis, led internet users to believe it was an extraterrestrial visit. Let's hear if you've had any UFO encounters in the comments section below.